Hey everybody, welcome to Life with Annie. So I'm going over to Mama's tomorrow and I'm going to make a casserole, and I thought I would make a little dessert kind of thing, something for a sweet tooth. So I'm trying something new today. Now I usually make rice pudding in the oven just with leftover rice, but I found a recipe online and it's for crockpot rice pudding. So we're going to try it and see how it works. So I've got 1/4 of a stick of butter melted already down in my crock here. And it said to go ahead and melt it because you want to pour in 2 bags of the I'll show you, Success boiling bag rice. And I'm going to just pour it out of these little bags here. And then it says it wants you to coat the grains of rice with this melted butter. So that's what we're going to do. 2 bags of these. Oops, didn't cut far enough. Okay, so we've got that. Get some of this out of the way. And I'm going to stir that around. It said to kind of get the grains of rice, kind of get the butter on them. So, and I did when I melted the butter, I kind of went up the sides on the crock pot a little bit to kind of coat the crock. All right, so we've got our butter. I think I've got those pretty well coated with the butter. I'll show you here. There you go. So we've got our butter and our 2 bags of the Success boiling bag rice. And then you're just going to add everything else. 1 cup of granulated sugar, 1/3 of a cup of brown sugar. Go ahead and kind of stir this in a little bit. I've never put brown sugar, I don't believe, in my rice pudding. Usually when I make it in the oven, I'll either have made something with rice and gravy and I'll just have some leftover. I'll put milk, egg, sugar, butter, and it's really good. This does not call for an egg, so. All right, so we've got all that blended in. And then it calls for a teaspoon of cinnamon and a pinch of salt. I have that already in here. I don't know if y'all can see it, but I'm gonna go ahead and pour that in. Get that mixed pretty well. And a teaspoon of vanilla. It smells good. Mix that in. All right, so this is what we've got so far. All our ingredients are in there, stirred together, and we're just going to add in 6 cups of milk. It says whole milk is best. Skim milk is too watery for this recipe, so be sure to use at least 2%. And I think that's what I have is 2%. So I'm going to add in, this is 4 cups of the total amount we need. So we'll add in that. My crock pot's kind of small. I should have gotten the bigger one, I guess. Stir this up before I add the rest. And then it says that you can add raisins, nuts, coconut, or whatever ingredients you like when you add the milk. You can also sprinkle any additional favorites on top of the rice pudding when serving. So I don't really care for anything added into mine. I'm just kind of a purist. That's just the way I've had it all my life, but a lot of people do like raisins in theirs. So you can always add that. I'm going to put just a little bit more Now, I was telling my mother about this, and she said, you got to drain that rice. You got to get every bit of water out of that rice. I said, well, Mom, I said, you don't cook your rice first. You use a boiling bag rice, and you just kind of, put it in there so you won't have any water. There's just going to be milk there. So it's going to be interesting to see how this turns out. And I don't believe I'm going to be able to add this last little bit. Maybe as it starts to set up, I can add a little bit more of the milk. I thought this would be plenty big, but I guess I needed my next size up. But I've got chicken in that crock pot, so we're just going to make do with this one. All right. So I'm going to put my lid on it here. And it needs to cook on low, it said, for 3 to 4 hours. And then when the rice is cooked and the pudding is thick, it will be done. Turn off the crock pot, let it cool for about 15 minutes. So we're going to try it and see how it turns out. And I will do another video to show you the finished product and see how it tastes. So this is going to be for me and Mama and lots of leftovers, it looks like. So thank y'all so much for watching. Have a great rest of your day. Bye, everybody. Oh, if you're watching this on YouTube, you're on a fake page. I have to say that because I've got to try to see if I can stop this person from putting my videos up there because it's not my page.